Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the match review for the VFL Pies against a very strong outfit in the Box Hill Hawks. The Pies get up in the end by 17 points. Get to double over the Hawks, obviously, in a massive W weekend for the Pies, which is huge. First and foremost, a really good response from the VFL Pies, given the lackluster performance against North Melbourne last week. It helps when you bring in quality from the AFL list and then you include some notable, obviously, to the two new mid-season draftees. So we're going to get straight into the player focus. And there's a bunch of players to sort of roll through. I think there's been a lot of interest in the VFL this year relative to last year. I think naturally because we have draftees, exciting draftees, mid-season draftees now, and players in the AFL team who are on the cusp of AFL selection playing in a VFL right now. So let's start with the Wombat. Tom Mitchell keeps on building really solid form in the VFL. In the end, he had 29 touches, 1 goal, 9 tackles, which is just a given with the guy. 22 handballs. Like I said, his handball to kick ratio means nothing because of what he does with the ball in hand, using it by way of a handball. So on top of that, if we're looking at advanced stats, Titch had 14 contested possessions, and the predicted 23 this week going into the Melbourne Demons game is going to be interesting with Schultz out, Lipinski out. Could they formulate a role for Tom Mitchell in the AFL side while Ned Long is in there? Maybe. I think Tom Mitchell's is right up there. We know Fly likes to go with his experienced players, and that's why I'm not mentioning Di Mattia, but would love to see Di Mattia as well. He had 10 contested possessions of his own. He had like 25 odd from memory, 25 touches, 5 tackles. So his work in the midfield has really thrown him into the calculations of the AFL side this year. So really good to see that. It's going to be a coin toss. You could definitely, I think, at least one of the two out of Tom Mitchell and Di Mattia will be playing. The like-for-like replacement for Lachie Schultz, like-for-like in the sense it's a small forward role, but Will Hayes, he gets dropped back into the VFL, and we said, regardless of whether he stays in the team after that North Melbourne game at Marvel for the first team, regardless of whether he makes it to the next week or not, it didn't matter. Just playing that game at AFL level gives you confidence and belief that you belong, so that when you go back to the VFL, you don't arrogantly walk into it and feel like you're a step above it, but you go in with confidence knowing that you believe in your ability, your club believes that in what you're capable of. So you go back to the VFL, you kick 3 goals, you have 12 touches, and put yourself right back in contention for selection. And really, I think Will Hayes for Lachie Schultz is a straight swap, but we'll save the nitty-gritty of that for the predicted 23. Who else do we want to talk about? I think Rowan Steele, the mid-season draftee from the Waffle, played on a wing. I think he had a team high in intercept possessions as well. I think he had 8 intercept possessions. So largely an outside player with the 19 uncontested possessions, but really just fit in seamlessly. Came into the squad Friday night, showed up for the VFL captain's run, said g'day, and now he's already suited up in the black and white and gotten right into it. So credit there, because that's the ultimate level of professionalism to be able to come in and have immediate impact. Noah Howes had 7 touches and 2 behind. So I think with Noah Howes, we should all know that that's a long-term project. He's going to needs to find his feet. It's going to take longer for a young key forward who's 19 years old to adapt and play to the level compared to a Rowan Steele who could be in the mind of selection later in the year. I don't think he comes in straight away. You need to build a little bit more of a foundation there, but he's started really, really well. Charlie Dean is like we've got players who are just there. So if something is needed at AFL level through injury, through omission, you've got players, like I said, Tom Mitchell, Di Mattia, Will Hayes. Charlie Dean is playing consistent footy. I think in the way the team is playing this year, someone like Charlie Dean will fall in a bit more seamlessly compared to how he was thrown to the Wolves last year, where it was just chaos for the Pies in every third of the field. So there's that. And then if you want to throw in Jacob Ryan, another 18 touches, just playing really consistent footy. You're not gonna remember his games and be like, wow, he was exceptional, but he plays the role that he's asked to do for the team at whatever level it is. Obviously, when I say that, he's only played one AFL game and he was concussed in that game, unfortunately. But the point stands. He will come in and do a role, much like Will Hayes did against North Melbourne. So he'll be right there. It's looking really, really promising. Another really good positive coming out of that game is the response from Mason Cox. He had 15 touches and 3 goals. So we asked, where is he at? What does he need to do? The first thing first was he would need to go to VFL and just find some confidence where, in a game he ends up taking 9 marks. How many contested? I can tell you because that's important, because that's a linchpin of his game. Contested marks. Mason Cox had 4 contested marks, 7 score involvements. Was that a team high as well? Yes. So ticking all the boxes and ready to come. I wouldn't say he's ready to come back in based on form. I think if he can just find that continuity now, he puts his hand up for selection. Whether or not he gets picked or not, which way Fly wants to go, McStay, blah, 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 that's yet to be seen. But he's doing the right things to put himself in the best position for selection. And then just a quick one on Charlie West. 3 contested marks, no goals, but found the footy, 11 touches, just continues to build, doing really well. Was Macy, just from memory, was Macy a little bit quiet? I don't even know if he lodged a goal. He didn't. But he had 10 touches, so he found the footy a little bit. You just want the likes of Josh Brown and Riley Mason just to continue. Joshua was a bit more quieter, but you just want them to, if you want to call it, bounce back from the being deflated by not being selected in the mid-season draft. I don't know how they would have taken it, how certain they were being selected, but just continue on, and maybe we see them in the preseason through the rookie draft or then wherever they are, national draft, preseason, supplementary period, whatever it is, whatever it may be. And then obviously we saw Oscar Steen with that massive mark, kicked a crucial goal to, I think he put the Pies in front with that massive pack mark. Was obviously in the emergencies for the game against Hawthorn in the AFL. He's right there. Again, doing well, just needs to find an opportunity somehow, some way, but he'll find it at some point. He's shown some really good signs of VFL level. I think that's all I really have for you guys. Let me know if I've missed anyone or if you wanted to add anything into the comment section, and we'll continue the conversation there. Go Pies.